Hey everybody, Joe here with Candid at the Movies. This time I'm here to do my top 10. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I am glad to be back. So, at number 10, I have Top Gun Maverick. This movie stars, obviously, Tom Cruise, but I wasn't expecting this movie to be as good as it was, considering that it is a sequel to a movie that goes way, way back to the 80s. But this movie was actually better than that one, in my opinion, plot-wise and everything. So I truly enjoyed it. I do suggest you guys go and take a look at it. Number 9, RRR. This is a foreign film where, I'm an anime watcher, so reading subtitles and things like that isn't anything new to me. But if that's jarring for you, just wanted you to know that this is what it is. But you got action, you got dancing, you got music. I mean, this is Tollywood. This is something completely different from what we're used to seeing, but it took me by surprise. I loved it, and I'm looking forward to seeing more movies like it. Number 8, Triangle of Sadness. Now, you would have thought that this movie would have been sad, but this movie was completely comical. It was the opposite of what I expected. Now, I do have a bit of dark humor, but I do recommend it that you all go and take a look at this movie. Number 7, Black Phone. This movie, one of the best plots that I've seen, horror, thriller type of movie, and it was so good, even like people like my wife really enjoyed it. And so definitely take a look at Black Phone. It is a wonderful film. Take a look at it. If you're into thrillers, if you're into whodunit type of situations, you're going to see a trend like that. Number 6, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. This movie, as far as all of the movies in this current phase, was the best, in my opinion. R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman, aka T'Challa. But you know what? They took what they had and really made the best of it. It was one of the movies that really propelled itself in my opinion. I went and saw it in 3D IMAX, regular IMAX, I saw it over and over and over again. So definitely take a look at this film. And it's beautifully shot. Angela Bassett, you did it again. There's so many accolades when it comes down to this movie. So if you haven't seen it already, check it out. Now, for number 5, Avatar: Way of the Water. You can't doubt James Cameron. And I kind of feel bad that I kind of did in the beginning. But I did go see this movie twice. And the first time I went to see it in IMAX 3D, which it was obviously made for. The technicality of everything that they had going on was great. Some of the plot points suffered because they had so many things going on. It was a very long movie. But overall, this movie left a dent. It left an imprint in my mind. It was one of the most beautiful things that I've seen. It was a visual spectacle. And sorry I doubted you, man. James Cameron, you can make whatever movie you want to make. I'll be there in the seats with my popcorn in hand. Absolutely love you. Love everything that you've made. From Titanic to Avatar 1 to this to Terminators, all that stuff. You got this. So Avatar: Way of Water. Number 4, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. This movie was only, I think it was only out in theaters one week. Then it eventually ended up coming over to Netflix. I've seen the movie a number of times. It's a whodunit type of situation, and I feel like every chance that you get, you should take a look at this movie, because you'll find something new, something different that you didn't see from the first time coming around. And so it's really interesting to watch the second time around with the knowledge that you have, and seeing like different things, different things that they did to kind of hide things that were really kind of in your face. And I think for that, the rewatchability of it, if that's even a word, but I mean, speaking of non-words happening, A Glass Onion has a plethora of them. Um, it was beautiful. The cast was awesome. Janelle Monáe took it home. I believe that she honestly deserves all the praise, accolades, and awards for this movie as well. But I'm not going to give you all any spoilers. But it is on Netflix. Take a look at it. Just watch it whenever you get a chance. Okay. Now for number 3, we have The Batman. Robert Pattinson, you killed it. I was one that really didn't doubt you because I knew you for more than just Twilight. I've seen you in some of your indie films and things like that, and you're a wonderful actor, and I can't wait to see you do more of The Batman. And yeah, it was a long movie, but it didn't feel long. In fact, I saw this movie a number of times as well in theaters, starting off in IMAX, etc. But it was really good, and I suggest that you all go and take a look at this movie if you haven't already. It's on HBO Max. It is shot kind of dark, but it does have a dark tone. But a lot of the things that I loved about the cinematography of this one is that as Robert Pattinson's Batman began to age and to enlighten, so did the kind of the cinematography of the movie, because he wasn't as dark, therefore it didn't need to be as dark, if that makes any sense. So definitely take a look at that. Now for number 2, I have Woman King, The Woman King. Viola Davis, I've said this before in the things that we have done with you. I really can't stand you, and it's not because you're not a great actress. It's that you're too good at what you do. You get me every single time. Every single time I watch you, I get emotional because the way you portray every role, especially this one, you really embody it, and you make it seem like something that could actually happen. Now, I know that there was a lot of controversy with this movie, because, you know, a lot of people who hadn't actually seen the movie were listening to what some of their favorite YouTube people had to say or whatever. But when you actually watch this movie, you realize that they were more honest than they actually needed to be, with certain of the things that they did, like how the Dahomey tribe had their hands in slavery and all that stuff. They didn't necessarily have to do all that. You saw all the different sacrifices and things that they did. So this was a gritty movie. It was real. Now, if you don't, believe me, fine. But go take a look at it. Again, I go see movies for the escapism. This is not a documentary, but again, they were very honest with what they did. Now, before I get to number 1, I do have a few honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list, but I felt like needed to be mentioned. So, starting off with Turning Red, which is an animated film. Definitely, watch it with your kids. Prey, which was a Predator movie that was a prequel Predator movie. Amsterdam, which unfortunately didn't do very well in theaters, but I thought was a pretty good movie. And also Nope. Anything that Jordan Peele does is normally amazing, and this one is not inconsistent with that. I just think that people didn't necessarily really want to think too hard when they go to the movie theaters, and in this particular situation, it is one that causes you to ponder, and some people may not actually even understand what's going on. So with that, let's go ahead and get to number 1. And my number 1 movie of the year is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That movie had the most lasting impression on me, and I believe it came out in February of last year. So it's almost been a full year since I watched that movie for the first time. I saw it in theaters maybe 3 times, and as soon as I saw that the Blu-ray was available for pre-order, I pre-ordered it, and it came, and I've watched it several times since. And every single time I've watched it, I've laughed, I've cried, I've been emotional. This is a type of movie where you can put your phone down and take a look at it. Watch it. You'll learn a lot. You'll see a lot. I can't give this movie any more flowers because if I did, we'd be here all day. But again, Everything Everywhere All at Once is the movie of the year. So let me know down in the comments below what your top 10 are, and we'll discuss it. I look forward to it. I've been Joe with Candid at the Movies. Please click that like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. Y'all take care. Peace. Have a fantastic day.